Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing my out-of-box review for the Efreet Schneid, and this is a really awesome kit. And I think one thing that I know you guys are definitely going to want to see in this review is a comparison between this and the RE100 version of this kit, which was unfortunately for many a premium Bandai kit. I did get it though because I didn't expect to be getting this kit out. In hindsight, would I still have bought the RE100 kit? I'm not sure. We'll have to see in a few moments here when we compare them side by side. Basically what it comes down to is with the RE100 kit you have a lot more surface detail but less articulation. With the HG kit you have less detail but a lot better articulation. So that's kind of the give and take, but again we'll take a look at them side by side here in a minute. Just want to say a huge thank you to USA Gundam Store for supplying me with this kit to enjoy and review here for you guys. So again, if you want to check this out, this kit or whatever else you want to buy, you can check out their site, use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10 and save 10%. This kit is a really super nice kit though, I do have to say. I really enjoy building it. It's a really fun kit to build, and while I'm building it I just kept thinking, like, even like from the first step when you just build a torso, I'm just thinking like, man, this is a really super nice kit. Like, I would definitely recommend this kit. If you guys are a fan of just nice HG kits, or you really like your HG Xeon mobile suits, things like that, or a little bit more obscure mobile suits and things like that, this is definitely one for you. I think the design of this is really cool, and it does have a couple of minor drawbacks, a couple of minor cons, but for the most part it's very, very positive. So let's get a look at the articulation here. So here on the head you can see I do have the green foil sticker for the mono eye. My mono eye like moves really easily though. I found it just kind of like slides side to side on its own a little bit too easily, so might want to just put a little bit of glue or something in that to tighten that up. But the mono eye in there does move. The head itself will only be able to move up to there, which is not very much, and then down to there, which is not bad. I think you're going to be able to do that. One thing that I will say is, just because this is already coming off, is that these blades here on the back skirt come off very easily while you're handling the kit, so these will probably fall off. One just fell off now. One sticker here on the front skirt there. On the back we have one sticker, that gray sticker that wraps around there, and then that sticker for the inside for the yellow part. And then here on the front skirt, one like black sticker that goes in the center, and then this is actually two orange stickers, one that for like the front part and then one orange sticker that wraps around there. And then down here on the feet, one black sticker inside and then one orange sticker that wraps around. So definitely going to be some masking required for these vents on the legs, the crotch, and the backpack. But otherwise, other than that, it's not too bad. Again, and then this gray piece there in the center, which should be easy enough. But this color separation here on the chest is really nice. You have the gray for the mechanical workings there on the top of the shoulders, this gray on the front, this purple poking through there, gray inside there. It's all really good. And then I love the color of this tubing here in that bright like character yellow orangish color. So in the torso we can crunch forward, and you can see that it kind of lifts up and back. It's not going to be all that much because of this tubing going around there that just kind of hinders that. You can rotate side to side ever so slightly, not really all that much, and then bend side to side again a little bit. The like engineering for a lot more of like torso movement is in there, but it's just because of this cabling here is hindering that. So if you wanted to replace that with like a spring or something, if you had a spring and then you put some different like option parts on that instead, you could probably get more movement out of that center part there. Shoulders themselves, as you can see by this really nice mechanism on the top, are really nicely designed. You can get that bent up, and then this whole part, it's actually like when I was putting together the shoulder joint there, it really feels like you're assembling like a master grade kit. The way that it is, you can see it's just that whole part will like come out like that, and so you can get some really amazing articulation out of that shoulder. You can get that arm all the way up and around and every which way, and get this arm all the way up to here. And you can see these blades are just kind of like falling off all over the place, so that's just a hazard of handling the kit a lot. But yeah, so the shoulder joint is really nice. The shoulder armor is great too. We do have a seam line there on the top. I think I'll probably just leave that though. You could pretty easily, I guess, wipe that out, but I don't know, I haven't decided which way to go with mine eventually, but it's not really all that bad. The white part is all one piece, so you don't have any seam line on that. On that gray part up inside there, you do have kind of a little bit of a seam there. And on the arm, you have a little bit of a seam kind of here on the back, right there. But again, not really all that bad, and it's not really that big of a deal. Here for this part on the arm here that holds 4 blades, you can see 2 have kind of fallen off. That plugs onto the side of the arm, or you can plug it onto the back of the arm if you want. You can choose whichever you prefer. I prefer on the side personally, but with the arm we do have normal movement like here, rotation at the top, and then a double joint in the elbow to give you a nice good bend there. And then of course the wrist is just on a ball joint. Just pretty standard hands for this. We have just a set of holding hands, and then we do have one more trigger finger hand, which I'll show you in a minute. The front skirts are together, but those can be clipped apart to move separately. So those can move up and down, no problem there. The side skirts do have a hole for connecting any accessories, but this kit actually doesn't have any accessories that you can connect there, so for now that doesn't really serve too much of a purpose, but that can move up and down a little bit. The back skirt, like I showed you previously, has these 2 holes there for attaching the blades, but otherwise the back skirt doesn't move at all. Nothing on the backpack moves. You have those little thruster bells which are just kind of stuck in there. Not really too big of a fan of like the shape of this backpack. It's a little bit kind of derpy shaped in my opinion, but it's there anyway. The hip joint, you can rotate at the top. You can bring the leg up nice and far, get that nice full, basically 180-degree bend there in the knee. Super nice knee bend. And then we can get the legs out to super far as you're pretty much going to want those legs to go out. So the articulation there also really nice, if you can keep the side skirt from falling off. Anyway, obviously overextending things here just for the review for you guys. Underneath the feet, some pretty nice detail, a little bit of an empty space there, but nothing really too bad. The ankles will move side to side pretty nicely. Forward, not that much. Back, not too much, but kind of enough. We have kind of a double joint there in the ankle, so you can actually move it at 2 points there. We have kind of a seam line here on the back of the leg. Again, that's kind of up to you whether you want to actually get rid of that or not. I think the way that it's designed, it could be passable. It's just a panel line there. That's up to you. Here on the front, there's nothing there because the front of the leg is a separate piece. Here, so you have like the 2 halves of the back go together, and this piece goes here on the front. So overall, I think the engineering of this kit is really, really fantastic. Now, aside from 14 of these blades attached all over the kit, we do have a set of heated ones as well, which are without that. The circular part is just the kind of the part that holds it to the mobile suit, and that circular part is supposed to come off, and then the blades just by themselves are just supposed to look like this. So we have these 2 molded in clear orange. So these are the ones that are meant to be held in the hand, but you could hold these in the hand too as well if you want to, or you can swap the blades. And actually the peg on these gray blades is a slightly, very, very slightly wider peg, so it doesn't really fit into that handle too well, but you could just shave that down if you really wanted to have one of the gray blades in just the handle for holding it, but that's up to you. One thing that I would recommend doing, and it's going to take quite a long time, but would just be sanding this to get your file or sanding stick or however you want to do it, because these are just kind of dull and rounded and they just don't really look very intimidating. But if you just have, again, a file or sanding stick or something like that, you can file these down, sharpen them up, and they're going to look a lot better. And then the only other accessory we have for this kit is the giant bazooka. So this one has a sticker for the camera there in pink, and then a trigger finger hand for that. This handle will move forward and back. The secondary handle will move up and down. This part here in the front can move up and down here as well. Otherwise, that's that. Pretty simple. This holds this very nicely, despite the spikes on the shoulders. Those don't really get in the way as much as you might think. As you can see, you can hold it up over the shoulder like that, and it works pretty fine. Alright, so here's the comparison with the RE100 kit. So again, this was a P-Bandai kit, so it's going to be a little bit harder to find and a little bit more expensive. That's something to consider. So the price, that's the first thing to consider. The second thing to consider is the details. The details on the RE100 kit are a lot more plentiful. I don't want to say better because, you know, details is just it's totally a personal preference, a personal aesthetic preference. So I don't want to say the details are better, but the RE100 kit definitely has a lot more details. But in terms of the articulation, the HG kit is a million times better than the articulation of the RE. The articulation of the RE is not bad, but it's definitely got nothing on the HG kit. The other thing is that the HG kit is a lot better looking just straight out of the box, just because of the colors, I think. So if the color is something you're worried about, then that's another thing to consider. is that just straight out of the box, the RE100 kit is just not in the right colors. The colors just don't really look good. The blades aren't color separated. They're part separated. The parts are separate there, so painting them won't be a big issue. But if you're not doing any painting, the colors are just all wrong. Whereas with the HG kit, if you're not doing any painting, you just have a few stickers to make up a few smaller color apps, but for the most part, the colors are much, much better overall. The other thing is the stickers, and that is with the RE100 kit, you really only have the same sticker, which is just here on that gray one on the front of the tubing there. Both kits have that one, but with the RE100 kit, we actually have separate parts for these yellow parts around the vents and then on the backpack as well. So that is something you don't need to worry about with that kit. So it basically just depends on what you want to do with the kit. If you're just wanting to have it just standing there and you're going to be painting it and you just want it standing on your shelf looking like just awesome in this stance or something like this, then I think probably the RE100 kit is going to look nicer just as a nice display piece like this. But if you're wanting to have it in like some super dynamic pose and maybe you're going to paint it or not paint it, something like that. But if posing is something that you're definitely more interested in, then definitely the HG kit. Now, of course, with the HG kit, you could always go in and with the right amount of skill, you could add a lot more details to it. And with the RE100 kit, of course, you could always make the articulation of that a lot better. So both kits are good, but there's definitely pros and cons. So just going back to how well I think this kit is engineered, I've got to say this is a really, really great sign, I think, for HG kits to come. I think any other similar kits like this that are going to be coming out, I'd hope that we see some really fantastic engineering like I've seen going into this kit. And I got to say, it was definitely a big relief after just, I think, the previous HG kit or recent HG kit that I built just before this was the Tristan. And going from the Tristan to this, yeah, wow. I mean, that's just, it's night and day. the amount of like engineering and just how much better this kit is than that just straight out of the box. So yeah, that's definitely one thing that this kit does really, really well, and it definitely is really refreshing and makes me excited. But like with any kit, especially in HG, this kit is not perfect. Like I said, there are a couple small seam lines on there and some stickers where you are definitely going to have to do some masking, and that's just the kind of normal things that you should expect from an HG anyway, but those things do exist with this kit as well, so it's just something to be aware of. The kit doesn't have everything perfect, but as for what the kit comes with, I think it comes with pretty much anything that you would want it to come with. It doesn't really have a whole lot of like extra other weapons and accessories or something, but I do have to say, if there is one thing that I wish this kit came with, it is a set of open hands. Now, I think one thing would probably be the best bet would be just to get the set of Jigen Build Knuckles round type, I believe is what they are. So it's just that extra set of hand options that you can get. It comes with loads of different hands in 3 different sizes. I'm sure you could get some nice hands that would match the size and shape of this kit pretty well. I think they'd be pretty much spot on for the shape anyway. You'd have to paint them to be the right color. But if you did want some open hands, it is one option, although it just would have been nice to have those included with the kit. So the question is, now that we got this kit and we have the Efreet Custom coming out as a premium Bandai kit, is are we going to be getting an Efreet knocked out sometime in the future? Probably as a P Bandai if it does, but who knows? I mean, I think it's not completely out of the realm of possibilities. It does have quite a few more new parts that Bandai would have to make for it, but yeah, I don't think it's impossible. I just would say probably unlikely at this point because it's even more obscure than the Efreet Schneid and the Efreet Custom. The Efreet Schneid, which had about a few seconds of screen time, and the Efreet Custom, which was from a game. So yeah, I don't know if the Efreet Knocked could be possibly coming out, but we'll just have to see. I don't know. It would be cool if it did, and I know a lot of people would be very happy about that, but I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys as always for watching. Thank you again to USA Gundam Store. This kit is awesome. Definitely check it out if you think that it looks like something that could be of interest to you. I'm definitely looking forward to painting up this kit and possibly doing something a little bit special with it. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. I'm thinking, but anyway, we'll see more of it in the future. As always, guys, leave any questions and comments down below, and have a good one. Bye-bye. Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USA Gundam Store. Use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10. Save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.